Good evening, everyone. It's Dylan Russell, and it's Wednesday evening, and, yeah. I got myself sidetracked. I was trying to troubleshoot something and didn't realize that the time was slipping away, so here we are, back in game, and we're gonna get ourselves a move on. Good evening, Fantastic Sherlock Fox.
Hello?
How are you? That's a good door. Okay. It's sometimes funny how real life imitates gaming. The weather is pretty nasty outside. We're having some rain and a little bit of thunder and lightning, so if things go a little haywire, you'll understand why. Hopefully your day didn't go too bad. So what we're looking— oops, I guess I should probably sleep this one away. So what we're looking at today is that we're just going to get back into readjusting the Abbey, getting more pieces pulled down, more pieces re-roofed and reshaped. I was working this morning on trying to figure out the tower shape, and not totally successful, but we are getting there slowly but surely. There we go. Now, can I fly without crashing into stuff? I'm going to assume that's probably a no, but you never know. I could actually get lucky. Woohoo! Good. I didn't just crash. It's good. So what I found is the easiest thing for me to do is to just simply take everything down and just build a new tower. Rather than trying to readjust, I was adjusting, and fussing with it, and then I just said, forget this, take the whole tower down. What I've got going on is really, oh, I can't remember why I had that, but is really that I've got a tower that's housing the stairs for this level, and I just need to close that off. Clearly it's going to need a window and so on and so forth to make it kind of match, but in the meantime, just need to build up some edges and such. Nothing super exciting on that front. Yeah, I'm just going with the flow tonight. It actually had like a tower square top to it, and I don't know if I'm going to bother with that or not. I might just extend this roof out over top of the stairs and call it a day. That actually might be easier. More practical in the end anyways. I don't know what I'm doing. That's normal. But one way or the other, the big key, I want to get this tower going and get a move on to the next part of the roof and such, so we can get this project moving a little quicker. I'm getting antsy, can you tell? Just a little antsy. Was tearing a bunch of things down this morning, and so I don't have all the supplies on me because I kept putting things away. Roof. There, that's more than enough. Great. Ow. I don't think I'll ever get the hang of this flying business. It doesn't like me. What is on the other side of this? Just poke my nose through. Ah. Okay, so I can leave that as is and just put the roof on, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that'll work. Let's get off this roof. Wrong button. Okay. These. Oops, just have to see, do I need Okay, on these windows, they're a little harder to center. But I think that'll work. So to figure out where to start the glass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then we'll just throw these in the corners. Oh, not those, sorry. Those ones. There we go. Just the flat blocks. I know that's not right, but I need to figure out which side to fix. Okay. Huh. So it's an even number, not an odd. Wunderbar. Take this out. Oh, no, not that. The window out. Put this window in. We'll move it over by 1. These here. Out. We'll do them over there instead. And bricks, probably. Yeah, then I can match up some of this vertical striping stuff straight on into the tower. Excellent, okay. I shouldn't be pleased with myself for that, but considering how much I was fighting this thing this morning, I'm glad that part came together quite nicely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be a center. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh. 3. And in this case, I can do the plain ones. Great. Can I retrieve this window? Maybe kind of... Oh, maybe. Nice. There's, gotta love them. This one and that one, okay. How many windows do I want on this level? 1 with an extra row of glass. Okay, I can do that. Do I want to? Not particularly, no. Don't. I don't want to...
Hello?
Hello? Hey JF Bird Blue, how are you doing? How are you today? Wrapping up your workday as well? I saw you in Jade's chat earlier, I just wanted to say hello again. I'm puttering at trying to get this building to work. And at the moment I'm fighting with a tower, but I was looking at turning everything more square than it used to be. I'm going to try an experiment, I think. I'm going to look at what it's going to look like to put walls in here. Enough. There we go. Let's go, let's turn this into 12. Second. 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See if that does the trick or not. I'm playing with the idea that when somebody's in the stairwell, they don't particularly want to be seen. Oh, maybe I don't need 13. But I'm wondering if... Oh, phooey, I did the wrong ones. Wanted plain walls instead. Right, wait a sec, they can't get plain walls. There's no such thing. Ah! Do I have in storage a cobblestone? I mean, I know I could make some. Or a proof of concept, right? Okay, why not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, not this one. Silk touch, silk touch, silk touch. Fortune. Okay, well, it's not great, but it'll do what I need. Okay. It's more of an idea than anything else. I don't think I'm gonna like it, but if you don't try, you'll never know, right? Oops, and I needed 10. Ooey. Let's see. See if this will work anyways. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's actually not that bad. This way. One of those ones where I wish I could just punch it. That'd be nice. There we go. Not use this one for anything. Doing better was in tornado watch for 40 minutes. Was moved with your kid to the library when I was picking him up from school. A golf ball size hail hit there. We've had that up here. The golf ball size hail, that is, not the tornado warning. It's been years since I've been involved in a tornado warning. Yeah, Fantastic Sherlock Fox, and I agree. We're glad you're okay. That is really rough. It's very scary to get caught. And we had our one of our windows smashed just over a year ago. Actually, about almost 2 years ago now, and it was not fun. I didn't intend to mute. I think I just got quiet there for a minute. Ooh, very sorry to hear that. We've had that happen too. We got a bunch of hail damage repaired on a vehicle that was just in my office parking lot at the time when I was working tech support, and it was about, I want to say, 9 grand, I think, something like that, in Canadian, of course, in damages. We got it all repaired, but thank heavens, Fantastic Sherlock Fox was a half decent negotiator, because otherwise we would not have had as much luck when we went to sell the vehicle as we did. Being as that's the tower and it's not the critical front door, I think I'm gonna go with it. Stupid spiders. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with it. And then the same on, well, no, on this side I'm just gonna close it in because it's gonna be into a warming room. So that'll be fine. We don't need this to be decorative, it's the inside part of a building. 1, 2, up. There we go. Yeah, I can totally imagine. And also, your older daughter may have freaked out a fair bit on her mom's behalf if she was aware of what was going on. In terms of the vehicle and stuff like that. Alright, do I have... Well, there's one block. That'll fill a hole. Really, I don't want it to be dirt, but just while I think, it lets me think a little bit more. There we go. Okay. So this is going to be a warming room, and I'm actually squaring this part off to be the dining area, and then we're going to use this far end as the kitchen. I'm trying to remember how big I wanted it. How big do I need this section? I don't remember if I use the inside or the outside.
Hello?
Max! Ah! Tuckuses! That's not one of those things you often hear. I'm half expecting that to be a clip later. You know, Delendis took us as rather randomly on stream. Yay! No, ooh. I was just in my head picturing poor Jay getting stuck with something like that. No, I'm trying to... It's the warming room for the monastery. So the idea when people get cold, they go and sit and by a fire and get warmed up. And then that actually might give me an excuse to put a chimney sort of like running out through more or less that hole, except I'll probably do it on the inside instead. This is part of the stair tower, so actually more conveniently would probably be to find a way to pipe it out into this section and then go straight up through there as a faux chimney. I don't know. I haven't really figured that part out yet. But I need to get the correct blocks for the warming room floor because it's mentally confusing me to not have the right flooring in there. Where did I put them? 26 there. I had these, and we had some seating and stuff, which is fine. I think I had some more, so I'm just gonna make some more of the flooring blocks and change it up this time. So I've got a lot of plain. Let's put that there. That'll work. Now we have plenty. Okay. That's the idea being that rather than having it on either side of the sleeping area, because that's a separate floor, what I'm doing instead is I'm going to have this section in here be sort of the cellar section. So I'm going to tear this seating stuff out. I don't know why it was done that way originally, but that's fine. I'm going to tear that out, and then we head upstairs to the lay people's dormitories, and then to the next door to that would be the warming room in here. And then when we go next door to that, this is the refectory or the frater as your dining hall. And then in the end section is going to be the kitchen. So that way the dining hall being a 2-story space, heat will rise. I mean, that's physics. So therefore having a warming space on one side and the kitchen on the other, I think will help keep the dining hall half decently warm. And that works out well because then they're supposed to be out doing their whatever it is they do, like whatever their particular task is for the day or the service or whatever, during the day. And then, so that would be more of the day when they're awake. They're in the dining area, and that keeps them warm while they're eating. And then they can, get warm and be in a sleeping area where they're already warm, so to speak. This is in 2 separate rooms intentionally because one end is going to be the chapter house. The other end is going to be the library. So this chunk needs to change. It actually was the second staircase, but because I've stretched out the kitchen out here, I may take the end section of it and just go straight up. I haven't totally decided yet, but I would like this bit to be bigger if I can, just to make better use of that space. Actually, if you take a look at the map overhead, we've got a straight line that comes through, and there's a weird gap. Let's see, does it show on the other map better? Not particularly. We've got a bit of a rectangular space kind of in the center, and there's this weird, kind of chunk right in here that it's done as a second tower. It's supposed to match the first one on the other side, but it doesn't anymore, so I'm not going to worry about that particularly. Okay, let's see how that turned out. Yes, that first tower is actually supposed to match with the second tower for stairs. So I probably should do that and then split the bottom level into 2. I guess that's sensible, actually. So yeah, I can probably make that work. Alright, I just gave myself some more work, but I'm okay with that. Okay, so... scratch. Aw, tornado warnings for another 4 hours. So I have a question, Bird. When you get tornado warnings at your place, like for your family, do you guys get it put through to your cell phones as well? We get things like massive weather storms and stuff put through to an emergency alert service on our cell phone provider, and the whole place can go haywire. What I mean by that is that the phones go nuts and everything else goes ringy-dingy all over the place. This is actually going to be sealed in, I think. Yeah, I think that'll work well, because then the double door through the tower will actually make sense of going around the corner, but also it just works. Helps seal in the heat a little bit if I want a lore reason for it. And I forgot to bring the netherrack blocks I was going to use. And that's how I'm going to do the fireplace. So basically a big grate with a fire in behind it that just never stops. That's what the hole in the roof was supposed to be for. So it was over here, and now I'm going to put it over there probably and pipe it straight through the roof. I really do hope that nothing goes awry. Tornadoes are no joke at all. They're very, very powerful and can be very frightening. We do have a north-south tornado alley up here. Just thankfully, Fantastic Sherlock Fox and I don't live on it. We're just sort of too far south. But up here, our province of Alberta, unfortunately, we've hit wildfire season. And already had one state of emergency this year. They've had, in the 2023 calendar year, they've had over 400 wildfires already. So, yeah, it's not a walk in the park this season. Actually, for hearth purposes, maybe I'll go back to the other blocks right through here. These ones. There. And then the space I'm leaving these three will be the netherrack I'll set on fire. I really don't need that to be on fire, it's kind of pointless. All decorative and stuff. These ones are the only, this is the only room that's going to have this particular flooring in it, and the reason for that is just for purposes of, like, warmth transfer and stuff like that. It's kind of like ceramic in-floor heating as a concept. Wasn't a huge popular thing in a lot of the monasteries because they just didn't want to spend the money for it. But there's evidence to suggest that there were coatings used. And some blocks they used in flooring had holes drilled in them, sort of like we would with cinder block. Actually, maybe I will tear out part of this, make it regular flooring that I'm using everywhere else, and then close in part of this. Oops. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No nighttime. Me no likey nighttime. Being a big chicken about night right now, partly because, yes, I've got, finally, the netherite armor that looks half decent in vanilla. In terms of the character, but it makes me slightly less squishy. Oops. But the other bonus... Wrong room. The other bonus is that... I don't have to worry about stuff, but when I came off raiding to stream, as usual, I was working on... No, actually in stream, I was working on something else. So trying to fight with my stream bot over a piece of code that I had screwed up. But while I was doing that, a lovely little zombie decided that while he was on fire, he was going to come give me a hug. So, yeah. Not my favorite guy. Let's see. Let's move these. And I'm not trying to be chintzy on the blocks. I know I can make more. I'm trying to get somewhat consistent. 3, 4. 4 is probably all I need, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, for the warming depth. Then everybody else has got a walk around zone. Nah. Let's just go back to the original plan and be less chintzy with these. I was, quite. Yeah, I get cheesed about things easily. I'm sorry. It's not... It seems to be one of my fortes to get cheesed by things today. we are making progress though, which is improving things, because I was really frustrated by this tower for a very long time. Still kind of frustrated by it, but I think it's working much better. Yeah. Wow, room is far bigger than I thought it was. Okay. Oh, I do have enough blocks. Okay, we're good. So that'll be that one. And let's dig up the floor here. Oh. As I can. Don't need to be cheap on those blocks, but sort of a mental thing going, oh, there's the ground. Okay, so we've got, that's going to be storeroom, so I don't mind those bricks being what they are. Might even change them out, actually, for something cheaper. Okay, so we've got those, which fits down here. And then this one is going to have the seating. I don't need that, but I need the fireplace grates. I only brought 3. Should have had... Well, I know why I've only got 3. That makes sense. Okay. That makes more sense. Then we got ourselves a fireplace, and those windows are weird. Where are those from? Oh, okay. Two films that take place in a hospital. Okay, I got 2 for you right off the bat. We've used the content before, but there's no saying we can't. And I'm going to go with Awakenings and Patch Adams. There you go. Done. Oops. Brick chimney, just cause does that. And One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Interesting. I've never actually watched that one. Come on. I'm jumping, but it doesn't go anywhere. There we go. This, that, this there. Actually, I guess the fireplace should probably be brick. Because full stone doesn't make sense. There we go. And then side. Yeah, and then in here, put the other stuff down. I might as well light it at the back too, just because I can. And then we'll have a row or 2 out from there. And then we're going to have some seating that comes through for the monks to stick their backsides on. It's just probably some wood stairs or something. I can take all this down because we're going to do it differently. Of course, that ages you? Nah. Part of the easy workaround on that one, Max, is that you can claim fairly quickly that they made you read it in school. There you go. Not many schools did, but you can at least claim that. It gives you a bit of a rescue. See, Max isn't old. He's just well read. Yes, that's indeed the solution. Yeah, I think that's good. And then we've got space to sit and space to chatter. And then I could put a back door in here into the dining area. that might be sensible, because I'm actually supposed to build a pulpit on this wall. And to be honest, the concept bugs me, so we'll see if I really need it or not. But it's one of the things that, because the actual church has that piece surviving, I should probably put it in. We'll put a doorway in this back corner just for the purposes of getting in and out for construction. And then we'll see where we go after that. There you go, you saw a VHS tape. Yes, there you go. Love it. Easy solution. Or you could say that you saw it for film studies. There you go. That's another one. For film studies reasons. We'll find a million reasons not to have to watch it and say we're old. Wasn't that a Jack Nicholson piece? I can't recall. Okay. Yeah, okay. See, there you go, film studies. Nicholson was odd, and so were some of his films. Okay, so that means what I was trying to figure out, and where I got sidetracked, was trying to figure out whether or not I put the wall in on the inner corner, or whether I'd put the wall in on the outer corner. And it looks like it's the inner, I guess. Because moving it over to the outer corner doesn't make sense. It would slice, like, come right through our fireplace. I mean, I can move the fireplace, that's not a problem. But I don't really know if I need a refectory that's that big, so I think this will work. I just don't really need a kitchen that's that big either. Oh, easy solution. Right, got it. Never mind. This is easy enough. So this wall will change. And when I said easy solution is I'm going to use the inside, but my excuse around it actually works well because the kitchen should not actually be attached to the building. We talked about this a few times. It's for fire safety reasons. So that means I can just put the gap, the width of this area, coming straight out down through the middle, and then another one on this side, and that way the kitchen is smaller and it's detached. Problem solved. Okay. Let's sleep this off. No, it's only 6 o'clock. Ooey. Ooey. Well, next piece. Food. So I'm going to head up onto the roof and start taking down the old roof. Should probably measure how high it is first, though. That would make some sense. Let's see. Did I get it all the way? No, I did not. Try some classic lazy measuring. We're off. Yeah, if I add 1, then I'm not blocking the door. So 1. Could have probably counted. That would have made sense, you know? Whoops. Oh well. Alright, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 1 is 14. So it's 14 units high. Okay, that's good to know. And now I can go sleep. Okay. Wait a second. Wait a minute. talking about One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and Jack Nicholson. I am really bad with movies. Even though I know I've seen them, it's like songs. I just can never remember the line or who sang it or whatever. Is this that one that everybody's got the Here's Johnny thing from? He's a bit of a crankpot, and we have like crazy twins and stuff. Good, okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, that was The Shining, but I just wanted to double check, because I've been known to be incorrect before. Alright. So there's a wall right under here. I can go and break this now. How did I do this the other time? It worked better. Let's just, rather than doing arches, let's take stuff down and then in layers. That would work better. Yeah, my dad's a huge movie buff, but we've talked about this before. It's because he's weird. And what I mean by that sounds strange to say. My father is weird. We've talked about this a little bit on stream before. My father does not read fiction books. At all. Period. But he loves to read. And quite voraciously so. He just reads biographies. Oh, shoot. Biographies and science books and other non-fiction type works. That's his thing. And he reads them a lot. Trust me. We're usually the recipients of his used literature collection. Like he seems to think we're going to read them. I don't know. I swear the guy could... If there were more people in his neighborhood who would actually read non-fiction books, he could populate one of those little free library, take a book kind of things on his own lawn easily. Anyhow, but therefore, if it's going to be fiction material, and if you want him to know about it, there better be a movie or television show. And preferably a movie. Otherwise, he's not going to know. So there's a lot of stuff that was never adapted, he's never going to know about it. Which it has its pros and cons, I suppose. But it does make it hard to have a conversation because even if it's something that was adapted, as we're all aware, adaptations frequently leave out a lot of the story. I shouldn't say all of it, but there's always pieces that people are annoyed, or people who enjoyed the book and are familiar with the books are annoyed by. And so, when you take a look at something like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, it's one that you could read it in school as a book. You know, you could read it because you felt like you wanted to read it. I mean, there's always legit reasons to read older books. But if you want to read or watch things as a movie, you know, that's great. It's just because you have to acknowledge that there's going to be pieces that were left out. My dad does not do that. You know, to him, that's the way it was. It's like, you're not that dumb. Really, he isn't. It's actually kind of frustrating. The other thing that gets me about it, we've talked about this before, is he also will refuse to nitpick movies, partly because a lot of it is compared to the books, right? But he generally doesn't like nitpicking movies, and yet he has an incredible fascination, as do I, with the special effects in behind movies and how they were created. So, like, I grew up knowing a lot about ILM and so on, which is partly related to our interest, an extension of movie magic, because frequently there are a number of illusions used in movie magic that are very similar to stage magic. And we're not talking like palming things and stuff, but some of the physical elements used to do movie magic are some of the same physical elements used to do, say, flash paper, fire stuff and pans and so on for magic. So it's kind of neat to see how it's used in the movie context, yet he just refuses to nitpick stuff, and I just find that kind of good and weird at the same time. And it's actually kind of funny, though, because, as you can imagine, being a former magician, he had a very interesting take on the Doctor Strange movies. because he waves his hands all over like he's doing something super important, but it looks really dumb. You would know. Oh well. Actually, there should be one of my side projects. I was talking about a while back, when I was just having a real off day in Minecraft. Didn't know what I wanted to build, and even though I had projects for this server to work on, my head just wasn't in it. So I was working on a magic prop in Minecraft, because I could. And I haven't finished that one yet, but one of the other ones I could build actually would, now that I think about it, Fantastic Shock Fox would recognize this one. But I could probably take some glass and just put together a version of Trapdoor. That might be kind of fun. Trapdoor is a fairly famous illusion with a rock pop music song that was done by Penn Jillette and Fooey. I can't remember what his last name, or pardon me, his first name is, but it was Penn and Teller. And we've talked about them before. They've been in the business for over 50 years. Between the two of them, it's like getting closer to a century by now. And it's just kind of, but it's one of their more famous illusions, and so that might be kind of fun just for a diversion at some point to build a version of that. Really what the premise is, yeah, they're funny and good. And the premise of the trapdoor illusion was the idea of showing you a safe how it's done. And it wasn't really to expose anything or any other reasons. I think part of it, as I understand the story, I'll be honest with you, the story has changed over the years, even from them. But some of the story behind why they developed that illusion was because they wanted to push magicians to come up with something new. To not always be using the same excuses and the same gimmicks as a way of hiding things. So, supposedly they selectively chose an illusion, or made an illusion that they could show people straight up how it's done, and it wouldn't necessarily ruin a whole lot of the magic versions or methods, but it should push some of the less talented people to up their game, basically. Wasn't just that's one of the versions of the story. I can't do a Minecraft representation of it, but if you guys ever have time, I'll see if I can post YouTube links later. But another one that's really neat is their little sketch on misdirection, and it's a really neat one. We've talked about it before, but it's one where Teller does a whole routine while Penn Jillette is actually playing the stand-up bass and sort of beat poem narrating the situation of what's going on in Teller's routine. You can start to see a lot of techniques, and those are still legit techniques. And it's not really, I mean, it is exposing things, but once again, it's not ruining things. Once you know how some stuff is done, you get blown away for the elements of, even if you're looking for it, the artistry with which some of the magicians are able to pull off what they do, even though you know exactly how they're doing it, is incredibly amazing. So I don't think they lose the wow factor. I guess is where I'm going with that one. But anyway, that's just, yeah, I should put that on my list of diversion to-dos. Kind of funny, I can't remember how it came up, but there was, I don't remember whose stream I was in when I was thinking about this. Anyway, somebody was talking at one point about, becoming suddenly a Mr. Electric, and the funny part to me at the time was I had met a guy who used that as his stage name, Mr. Electric, and he would do light bulbs and so on and so forth. And it was interesting, but it seemed to me to be a very one-trick pony. Until I got to meet him, and then he just said, he's cool, he can do whatever he wants, like he had a permit. Okay, let's see, can I get them all? Did I leave one again? No, I left one. The only thing I don't like about glass panes, even when you're not using borderless glass, is the way they go into little skinny sticks. I kind of wish they wouldn't do that, because when I'm trying to take a whole bunch of them down, it's difficult for me to make sure I find them all. Super jump. I don't know what it is, but even though I have both levels of jump enabled, it doesn't feel all that jumpy. Anyway. So yeah, it's funny though, a little bit to me that most of the time I don't get to meet personalities. I mean, who does? Particularly in the middle of Canada, not living in a super major city that really gets. I mean, we're known, you know, for like Calgary. Yes, I give it away, but Calgary is one of those cities that isn't known for much. We get the Stampede. Like, if you think rodeo, yeah, you're kind of on the right page. That's what we get known for. So, oops. So, there isn't a whole ton. We're not like a major destination for theater or a major destination for, what's the word? For like art, or we're not a destination for music venues or anything like that stuff. So we're not a podunk town, we'll say that, but we're not a, you know, known city like Vancouver or Toronto or something. I can't remember what I was talking about. Oh, anyways, it just impresses me that we don't get to meet people. Right, that's the way most things work, and yet I've had the opportunity to meet in the Magic Circle people like, names like David Copperfield. He's the one that married Claudia Schiffer. I got to meet Lance Burton, who people may have known for being, was a Vegas magician, but he had sort of a tux look, that almost dashing vampiric kind of look, I guess. I don't think he'd be too impressed if I said that, because he's actually a remote member of the Calgary Magic Circle. But anyway, I've met these people in person and got to sit and chat with them and stuff. It's not something that a lot of people get to claim, which is kind of neat when I think about it. I mean, we talked about this before, I've met Doug Henning, although that may be a dubious honor because he was weirder. He was known for being kind of hippie, and he was extra weird in his older years, being part of the Canadian Natural Law Political Party. And one of their tenets was that they felt that we could solve everything by meditating and having yoga sessions every morning. They also felt that everybody in Canada should be able to yoga fly, and they would demonstrate. It was weird. So, yeah, as I said, that's a rather dubious honor to have met him. But hey, when I was a kid, I had a crush on him. His magic was still cool. But every once in a while I miss that part of my background because it's not something that I had in common with other people. So it's not something I can really talk to a whole lot of people about, you know? I mean, about, sure, but with doesn't seem to happen. And part of it is I never picked up the talent. I wanted to, really badly to, and then I realized two things. A, as you can notice, I didn't exactly come with the genes for making staying slim easy, and that's, if you don't have the shape, you're not going to get noticed. B, I actually got a reality check in just how many hours it takes, because it's not easy to pick up. And C, through my dad's experiences, I was well aware of the fact that it's not a lucrative business. Unless you happen to manage to make it to be a megastar, it's not a lucrative business. So yeah, those all wrote off magic for me. The big part about it is, you know, quote unquote back in the day, which would be pre-internet, and that's probably the big key. Pre-internet, or just in general, people didn't have. Oops. There we go. Four characters from Dr. Seuss titles. These are really nice mountains. Yes, where the Calgary did host the Olympics in 1988. Yee. Chimney? Here, let's be Santa Claus. There we go. We did host the Olympics in 1988, which was cool. And I like that. And we're not that far from, you know, world-class skiing. Everybody comes here and they want to go to Banff for skiing. You know, they don't really hang out in Calgary all that much. So it's just nice to be able to meet cool people. I mean, we've talked about this on stream once or twice before, so I know I'm rehashing old stories a little bit. But there's a book that I've got kicking around somewhere in the house that talks about experiences that the park rangers for our national park, Banff National Park, which is the nearest one to us, and it is the oldest and largest in the country, that the stories that some of those rangers have had from various foreign visitors. There's been people from portions of Europe or even portions of the United States that have asked questions like, so if I'm here in Banff, which is in our westernmost province of British Columbia, they want to know if they can go to Toronto, which is approximately 3 to 3.5 provinces away. Now, I mean, even if you think about American states, there's no way you're going to go to somewhere, 3 states away in the same day as you've been sitting having lunch or going skiing. It just doesn't work. So, yeah. Sometimes the size of our country is big, but our population is tiny. And that doesn't always come across. Yeah. So, let's see. My province is north of Montana, for the Americans, and Toronto is in the province north of Michigan. So, yeah. That wouldn't help a whole lot. Kinda hard to go see that all in one day. And yet, we've talked about it that our country has enough people that we're probably now significantly smaller in population size than California. Betel. Do I have any? Oh, do I have any lava kicking around? Did I bring any? Aha! See, there's a reason that box is orange. Alright, while that's doing that, I guess I can start getting on the roofing. No. I just have to watch my rocket count. Can I please get on the roof? Grr. Okay, fine. I'll take the stairs. Can't even stay on the stairs, gee. Gee whiz. There we go. I'll probably end up tearing this out after. Let's see, can I repeat? That doesn't quite look right. 1, 2, 3, yeah. Is no second level to this one, so I can probably get away with just starting right on this level here. It's the warming room, that's a back wall. Okay, maybe we should just tear out the back wall, that would make more sense. There we go. How high are we now? 1, 4, 5. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. I wanted a 14, right? Okay. So if I did a row here, 8, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm just gonna put an extra one here for a marker. And that's how many rows of stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Hello.
5, 6, 7, 8. Do I have 8 on this side? 1, so that'd be 1 in here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 6, 8. That's not quite right. That'll be a little shorter than 14 then. That's just the way it goes. The 7, 8 will be the interior one. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, this one. Hello, Poodle Pirate. How are you doing? Yay! Good to see you. Sorry, I apologize for being in the middle of counting. You showed up and I'm like 8, 9, 10. Okay, so it's 7 high and then put a blackstone. Let's go. So that'll be 8. There we go. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so now 14. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. So we're off by 1. That means I'll just make it a little shorter in the middle. That's okay. Nope. Let's go this way. Oh, it's dark. Don't like the dark. Your day was kind of stinky? Is it a rather literal stinky? Or was it just a very hectic, busy kind of day? Ah, thank you, Fantastic Sherlock Fox. That helps. So, yeah, 4 characters from Dr. Seuss titles. Cindy Lou Who from Geek Out and Horton Hears a Who. That's right. We've got the Lorax, clearly. And then there's the Cat in the Hat, because he knows a lot about that. And Thing 1 and Thing 2, although you could debate whether or not they're 1 character or 2. Ooh, yeah, I could get that. Busy, stressful, and not great. My best to Kid 5. I'm sorry to hear that. Stomach viri are never fun. Ever, ever. Okay, I'm working on the south side. Why do I keep going up the north? That's just dumb. I'm sure if I'd actually paid attention to Fantastic Sherlock Fox's ex-boss, I would have been able to name a lot of characters. Fantastic Sherlock Fox's ex-boss was a rather unique individual who prided himself on the fact that he could recite in its entirety the Lorax. Not a skill I would have expected, but he was an interesting guy nonetheless. I'll deal with windows afterwards. I just want to get this one built. Oh, that is life with kids. Fantastic Sherlock Fox had an interesting day with kids himself this morning. Our youngest had a nosebleed for over an hour. So yeah, it's dry here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that should be the middle here. 7. Gonna crouch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, good. Good, got it. This one. And this time I'm going to do it actually as a slab, in spite of all these other ones being full blocks. It really doesn't work for me. I mean, I can see why this one is done the way it is. So it's an odd number roof. Like, or even like it's just, yeah, it's an even numbered roof. It should have been odd, but I'm not going to argue with it. That's fine. And then all these other ones should have, could have, would have, and will become eventually half slabs. But just, they weren't done that way originally, so I'm going to do it that way now. Stairs, this one. Can I reach the bottom? No. Oh yeah, it did stop eventually. But, she doesn't like them that long. She likes going to school, mostly. And that definitely interrupted her day at school. And of course, they say if it goes on any longer than about 20 minutes to half an hour, you're supposed to go see the clinic. So we did. And the clinic's like, yeah, we see a lot of that. Especially with girls. Fantastic Sherlock Fox can fill in more of that, because me, I had the absolute luxury of sleeping in. I didn't have to deal with this. So, yeah, I feel kind of bad for that. Okay, I'm just gonna take a quick look and see if I like where that's going. Yep. There's no real... There's no real reason for me to extend it all the way out, other than... Yeah, there's no reason for me to extend it out. And yet I probably should have, instead of making it there. So I think I'm probably going to have to go in and change that up. The other part was I was going to put roofing on this part, which is going to be awkward because it doesn't line up with anything. Like, it sort of lines up with the front corner, but that's it. It doesn't line up with the back corner because I didn't realize this was even when I built it. But you know what? I'm deciding I don't care. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out at some point. Okay. So where are we here? I was going to go... I guess I can do the other end. That would make sense. Alright, so walls. Where do the walls come in? Right through the wall, bottom-tis. Okay, so this is a wall there. But I need a temporary door through the back anyways, which won't be there when we're done. As Stormy Owl said yesterday, you need to put your own spin on things. So my spin is to tear down the entire back half and turn it. Actually simplifying the building, honestly. Should probably check in on this one now that I've probably wasted, yeah. Okay, I wasted the entire bucket, but that's okay. I don't have with me the parts to build like a repeating smelter. I should have, but I went and put the, what do you call it? I went and put the iron away, and then I went and put the actual hoppers away. And somewhere around here I have a chest, maybe. There's a chest, okay. So I could just fly for hoppers. That'd be, you know, sensible. But since I've got other things I can do, I'm not too worried. When I need more lava, then I'll go and do that. Okay. So we've got that part of the roof. It'll come up here, there, go long. Look at this kitchen. I need to tear it out. Or part of it, anyways. Let's see. This part. Just knock through the wall. As I mentioned earlier, this is going to seem a little odd, but it's a fire hazard. And so if I'm going to be going somewhat realistic, then I need to watch out for the fire hazard portions. Particularly if I'm putting it next door to the scriptorium and library. So I'm going to be using the stairs as an insulation from the kitchen, so probably connect it in to this building zone here, and then have this part gapped so that door won't actually be there. So that our kitchen will now run through here instead. Which therefore means I need to needed wall here, but it's an exterior wall. Which means I'm going to need another spruce door, I think. So I'm doing spruce doors to the exterior where I can. It's eventually going to all be spruce doors, but I didn't have them handy at the time. Okay, this one. Towers. How do I get up? I guess I could fly, or I could actually put in stairs. The movie name now is 6 Natural Disaster Films. Well, I'll take Twister off the table, because I know that that's one that some people will pick up right away. And then, shall we all add Volcano? Then we only need 4 more. 2012, was that a disaster film? I had not seen that one. Okay, go. Right here. 1, 2. Oh, I did have. Where did I see that? I had one lonely. There we go. One lonely block. Dante's Peak. Aha. Which one is that, Fantastic Sherlock Fox? Is that the one with the grandma? Or is that a different one? The one with the grandma. That's nice and big. Not doing so well in this one. Okay, yeah. Okay. Interesting. I didn't know about that. I mean, I guess you could say, if it's not about the natural disaster itself, but about the aftermath of one, then you could do, I always get those two mixed up. And then if you're just talking about after the fact, then you've got things like, pardon me, you've got things like, you could include Waterworld, but I mean, that's a little bit silly for me to include that one. That's not about the disaster itself. Okay, so I've got a few more to do the floor with. Excuse me just a second, I need to itch my nose. I assumed you didn't want to see that on camera. I wouldn't. Okay. Oh, the day after tomorrow. Okay, yeah. I do recall that name. You know? Yup. Sure. Sharknado. I mean, there's, Perfect Storm is another one. I think Fantastic Sherlock Fox saw that one on an airplane or something. That's one that just probably would have made me motion sick in the movie theater. So, probably a good thing I didn't see that one. There's plenty of films that are started by a natural disaster of some sort, which usually involves some sort of like major crazy storm or something, if you consider just about every pirate shipwreck type movie that you've ever seen. White Squall. Oh yeah, okay. A lot of good movies that I need to put back on my to watch again list. Oh yeah, I love classic films, so I'm not surprised Fantastic Sherlock Fox has an interest in some of the good classics as well. Well, we got that room done. Now we can get a start on... Yeah, this has to come out. But being what it is... Hello. Then I probably need to path block it when I put in regular dirt. Or other stuff. And this one probably needs to be... Oops. Yeah, dirt. Oh, good, got grass. Excellent. It'll stack. That means it will stack. Oh, right, that's not meant to be a doorway. That's why that was like that. There. Alright, so it's path. It's going to be in between the buildings. And it's not supposed to be regularly used except out to the gardens, so it'll be a higher traffic type of grass zone that's just got patted down. And then at some point I'll just do some sort of random stuff out to the what's his face's place. The what's his face's place. Yeah, that works really well. Okay. So this is going to be our kitchen, which is also going to have a door out to the back. Anywhere along here, it doesn't matter where. Alright, so then I do need to fly. And I hope 2 rockets will do it. We got a good glide going. Yay! Okay. Uh-oh. You know what else is in that orange box? Rockets. Did I put the orange box back in the other one? No, that would be sensible. Okay, what was I looking for? I came here for something. Oh, I know. Came for netherrack. So I will grab a box. Oh, actually that's dumb. Why should I grab a box and put netherrack in it? Instead, I'll just grab a box of netherrack. That would be sensible. So I'm using 3 for the fire thing, and then I need to do the floors for the kitchen, and I think I'm actually going to make them all nether brick. So let's just do up 1 or 2. I've turned them into, right. I have to smelt them. Put these back, and the whole box will be fine. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I needed while I was here? Got wood, I've got stoves, I've got smokers. Well, no, I don't have smokers. Do I have any in storage? Don't see any. Okay. I can make some, that's not a huge deal. You might want regular bricks. So in the might category, I'll take those. There's the hopper I talked about. 1, 2, 3. I don't like the wood doors. Do I have any spruce ones? Trade this door for that door. Okay. So now I need... I loaded myself with too much stuff. That's not helping. Not helping at all. This one. Do I have some? Actually, I've got some over there. don't need a whole ton. Oh, that's what I need. Duh, doing the other way around. I'm not making TNT. I need paper. Paper, paper, paper. Yeah, I guess you could say The Wizard of Oz was about a natural disaster in a way. You're right. Most people wouldn't think about that one, but you make perfect sense. Paper. So where's the other pile? Can I make enough to make rockets? 27. That'll do. That'll get me back. This one. And I'll drop off the sugarcane. What else do we have? 1, 2, 3, and I had 2 chests. I have a spare one over here. Plenty. Yep, that'll do. Okay. So we've got rockets, we've got bricks, we've got netherrack for the flooring. Got wood over there. We're just about at the point where we need to come back for a lot of bookshelves and a lot of beds and things, but we can do that in another run. It has a roof! Yay! Take those. This one, wanted to. Do I have a spot? No. Do not break things until. Fine. Oh, yeah, there's the chests. No, those are for the kitchen. Let's put this one over there. There, now I've got a spot. This one, put it away over here. Then I'll take this later. And move that one. Wrong order. Did that in the wrong order. That's okay. Seriously? Fine. Just a block. This one. That away. This away. Oops. There we go. Happy joy. All right. This one. That will do. And now I've got this block there. 1, 2, 3. Start with that. But you smelt. All right, 1 block. Okay, so we're going to peek out. 80s sitcoms. Woohoo! Actual 80s sitcoms as opposed to ones set in the 80s. There we are. Yep, I think I like that flooring. Nice and dark, so that things spilled on it don't actually show all that well. So we'll use that in the other room. I need to figure... Oh, stairs. That's what I came over here for. No, I've got stairs. Okay. And I need to figure out... Not this one. To landing. Landing for turning corners. 1. Landing again. 1. And another landing. So this window's going to go. Ah! Oops. Take this out, though. I guess I got me in here. Wrong side of the wall. There we go. No. That'll hold space for now, but no, I don't like the look of that at all. I'm going to fake it out like I did before, then I should probably put the same material I did before. Other question, am I making this wider? Match the other tower. Probably yes, in which case I'm doing this all wrong. Oh no, I'm not actually. Can't make it wider because it would run into this zone. Oh, actually it's supposed to. What about that? This can't be attached. It's not allowed to be. Okay. Forgot kitchen safety and all that. This one. It'll take a while till I can get the bricks made anyway. There we go. Out, out, and then over here. Okay. That'll work. Gotta fill the floor, but I can get there. I've got a landing up there, so I don't need that to be a landing. Of course, the rather sus entities would do that. Okay. Bricks. Can we get you? There we go. 1, 2. I'm doing it wrong again. No, I wasn't. I think about that. Okay. So 1, 2. Not reach this corner. Three. Get there. This one, that one, this one. One there. That button. And let's just make this a doorway. Up this way, around that way, up, up. Yeah, okay, we'll go with that. Might as well just fill that up, right? Get this to be landing here. No, doesn't look right. How claustrophobic does this feel? Well, very, but that hasn't stopped me before. Well, you'll have to find some... Minecraft... Blah. Fantastic Show Fox says he's in Minecraft and having good luck finding diamonds today. Well, you'll have to find something to spend them on then, Mr. Fox. Are you even wearing diamond armor yet? Because, I mean, I think it only takes 24 to make a full set. Okay, I'm gonna fall off the wall if I don't... Oops. Hey, Craftin' Mama, how are you doing today?
Hello there.
Hello there, indeed. Indeed. I don't know why this is stone. It shouldn't be, but we'll figure that out later. Down, around the corner. Down. Can I get... I can't get under the corner if I put a block there, right? No. Alright, so this one just needs to come up. Fill that in. Yep, okay. So that tower sort of makes sense, finally. Sort of. Probably do something hanging out of the roof instead, but that will do for now. Just about to try and go at the wall, and I'm like, no. So I have to figure out what to do with that wall spot. That's going to be weird. I had a few days off from work, been endlessly Minecrafting, and back tomorrow though, womp womp. Ooh, that's too bad. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of fun to get time off and just be able to play to your heart's content. I'm still working at the Abbey. We're actually making progress. You wouldn't believe it, but we are. So we've dealt with 2 towers. I was going to make them match, but guess they're not going to match. That's okay. I could do it, and it would make all kinds of symmetrical stuff, but me organized? No. No. No such thing, right? Are we out? We're not out. But I will definitely need to put in as many brick piles as I can reach. Which is apparently 3 at a time. I have more... Okay, this is dumb. Because I have more brick than... Or more, whatchamacallit that you can shake a stick at. So rather than putting that on the top, why not just put the shulker on the top and let it empty itself out? There. That does the trick. Yep, that'll do. Wow. 1 block at a time. We could be here all day. So that's definitely going to be something that's an AFK element. Okay, so quick recap for my own sanity. So I've got the heights for the roof. I'm probably going to extend it out and then continue to punch the warming room heater through the floor. Or sorry, through the roof. Punch that straight up. And then roof across to this side. And then I need to finish out the kitchen building. Looks like progress, though. Oh, and I need to roof out this section here. Still not quite sure what I'm going to do with that one. Actually, I probably could make that match the front, seeing as it's square-ish, and the back one was not. So that might be a smart move. It does look like progress. I actually didn't think it looked like it did. Like it does. I was worried that I was a little farther away from making progress. Okay, do I have... Good. Got enough stuff I can start doing the roof. Ooh. Or at least tearing out. Ah! I missed. There. Gotta learn this whole flying biz. So I don't need this part. I also have to remember when I cut things out, not to cut it out below my feet. That's kind of inconvenient. Flying is fine for me, it's the landing that's questionable. Yeah. I go up. Don't come down so nice. I flied? No, you fall. You know, pretty normal. Oops. Now, what is my width here? 3 and 3? Ooh, nice. Okay, so I can do 3 and 2. What the hey? Alrighty. Somebody, name me, probably, force this opening in such a way that it's only 2 at this end. What I think I'm going to do instead, I'm going to change this up. Oops. No, they wanted to make it match the one across the hall. So 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Yeah, it's because of the inner one. They wanted everything to match. Okay, well, can I make this end section match? Not well. Yes, I can. Keep getting tempted to try the whole flying thing. If you manage to find any elytra, go for it. Had I actually found some elytra when I was in the shopping district, I probably would have bought you some. And there is such a thing as a flying fox, so why not? Right? Don't know if you particularly want it to be this fox flying, but that's up to you. Oops. Look. One of the things about this place is it's been really easy to squirrel. Very, very easy to squirrel. I said I was going to change the doors, and then it turned out I didn't need to, so I'm not going to. Alright. Now, there should be a pulpit in here. Still need to do that, and I'm not quite sure how I want to do it. But I can get away with doing just roofing in the meantime. Yeah, and I will go with the door on each end, because otherwise they have to take the food out of the kitchen, into the building, into the main room, and then back again. Which, I mean, would make sense, but maybe ceremonially there's a reason that you shouldn't. I don't know. Okay. Roof. Roofs usually have to start with walls, don't they? And I was going to do the windows. I'm debating, do you think a warming room needs windows? Probably. Otherwise it'd be a rather depressing warming room. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then I'll go with the brick corners again. And a quick run to look at the other wall. So 3, 6, 9, 10. Okay. I think those walls in tens, which, yeah, will work. One, 2, 3. Why can't I get this right? No. There we go. This one. 3 windows. 3 windows. Okay. Got block, window, block, 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 window, block, block, window, all. There we go. That should do the trick. And then just a little bit more. Oops, not that one. A little bit more in plane. Oh, you got the top one? I fell off. Go. Should goes up to 7, I think, that we're with everybody else. Yeah, 6 80s sitcoms. We haven't had one. I guess, I'm thinking of 80s sitcoms. One of the easy ones that comes to mind is, of course, Family Ties. I was just gonna think, it's like, which one? And then I promptly forgot. So Family Ties came to mind. Do we have any other 80s sitcoms that people can remember? I mean, they had plenty. They had The Cosby Show, for sure, yep. Jump Street, Hawaii Five-0. Hawaii Five-0 was a sitcom, I guess, yeah. Sitcom is a very open-ended topic, right? Like in terms of definitions. Yeah, totally it did. Oh, actually, part of the reason I was knowing that it was filming in the 80s, I don't know if it was totally started in the 80s, but Michael J. Fox actually had problems. Oops, uh-oh, not good. Problems because he was trying to do Family Ties in the evenings because it was on a set, and then Back to the Future during the day. Because part of that had to be outdoors. So he was really bushed. Good question, I don't remember. Don't remember when Full House started. I don't remember a whole lot of being aware of Full House. Like it was sort of an already going thing when I remembered it, so I wonder if it was more of an 80s thing, but I don't know. Full House was your favorite? What I liked was when the Olsen twins, as the youngest kid, were actually funny. Like, they gave them seriously good lines. And the thing is, that little kid delivered so well. Oops. Like, the Olsens totally delivered so well. With their lines being lippy and whatnot. But, some of the other actors and actresses, like, there was a totally different standard for television in the 80s that we don't see now. And I don't think it was better. Just personal taste, but I really don't think it was better. I actually think we do better now. Roof, up against the roof. Yeah, that'll work. So this one, and that one will come up another one. Let's just take this out completely. Make it look chimney-esque. And take out that one. Same reason. It's going to be seen on the inside, but I think that's probably better than not. Okay. I'm debating, do I want it to poke through the roof and look sort of like a chimney? You know, above the roof line? Or do I want to blend it into the roof line? And I think I need above. Why not follow DC rules, just for kicks? cool. That actually is truly cool. I know I've mentioned this one before, but one of my favorite silly movies to watch, was a really bad Western, really, really bad Western with the twins, and it was called How the West Was Fun. And yeah. It was terrible, but one of my favorite scene in it is it was actually filmed in our city, and the twins are coming down a street, and they're actually literally the two of them riding a horse down the middle of a street. And part of the reason that I think it's so fun, because it's so cheesy, is that in this movie you can actually see like recognizable art in front of one of the buildings, the office towers. It's supposed to be Dallas, Texas, but it's not. It's Calgary, Alberta. Yeah, right in front of our TransCanada Pipelines building. So yeah, makes me smile. Makes me smile. They tried so hard to make it look not like it. And yeah, the whole street is very clearly Calgary. I think, now I don't know if it's true or not, but I think there might even be a scene where you have our local like above ground subway equivalency, a little light rail transit train go by in the scene. Not so effective in terms of believability when that happens. Oh, I got this one upside down.
Hello?
Hello, how are you doing? Hello there. No, I haven't seen that one yet, actually. Is it good? I assume so, or you wouldn't have recommended it. Where am I here? 5 minutes? Yet another update. Boo. Number of updates happening on my bot is getting kind of crazy. They were having some challenges with Twitch changing things in the background. So, I mean, I'm really glad the developers are right on top of things. But I've updated it 3 times in the past week. So, yeah. Okay, what have we got? 1, 2, 3, and then this one is supposed to be another arch. I remember. Oops. Forgot. Okay, it's every 3 blocks support, not an every 3 block. Okay, that helps me. I can do that from the inside then. Oh, we've got our fine friends back. Brr. You have anything interesting this time? I doubt it. Let's see. Ooh! Not horribly fussed over the rooted dirt, but I could use a moss block. I really could use a moss block. The reason I'm excited about the moss block... Ow! That would be really ironic if I just went splat right there. The reason I could use the moss block is that... Just take that. That way, when I bone meal it, I can actually do moss carpeting all over the inside of the castle at the other side, so I don't have to have a dreadfully drab-looking ground anymore. What else do you have that's interesting? Rooted dirt, don't really see much. Yeah. You're sold out. Perfect! Thank you, sir! Okay. Now, that does not mean I'm going to let you stay. Sorry. There. Excellent. Another head for the... Oh. Well, that's useless. Okay, guess I'll fly back in with my spoil, and then come back out again. This one. Those can go away. I need another head spot. Let's put away this, that, and that. There, that'll do it. Because it's convenient, they've got hoods, right? That works for the purposes we're looking here. So I can also use their heads as part of the statues at the front, too. Ow! 7 o'clock, how convenient. I just heard a little sound in the song that I'm listening to. That sounded like timer had expired, and I just happened to look at the time after that and went, oh, hey, it's 7 o'clock. So, I think this is actually a very good spot to leave it, because I need to AFK a bunch of those blocks for the floor of the kitchen. So I'm once again going to log out, standing on the top here, and see if I die. But, quick run, we are... Oop. Actually, let's just do it this way. Whoop. Here we go. It's my quasi-cinematic shot for the day, with a shadow that I don't know where it came from. But yeah, we're making some progress on this one. I'm actually quite pleased with this. So it looks like we're probably going to hit up 0 for the evening. Or, let me just double check and see if his buddy is around. Hardcore co-op, yes. So what we're going to do actually, is for a bit of a slight difference, we're actually going to raid Leroy. So Leroy Tankins, he's the other half who is co-streaming with Zeroed. If you actually want to watch them both, although they have a multi-Twitch link posted at the top of their chats, I highly recommend that you take a look at simultwitch.tv, because that allows you to have a longer column of chat on either side, and then you can actually stack the two streams, top and bottom. So we're going to go visit Leroy today. So I'm just going to get that started up, and then we will say thank you to everybody that dropped by, because I really do appreciate it. Let's see if we can get that. There we go.
Mischief managed.
Excellente. All right, and as usual, the Discord is available there if you so desire. So I want to say thank you to everybody, including Fantastic Sherlock Fox, and to and to Max, who was in for a long time, and Scrublord, and to Bobreen, who popped in this morning, and to Craftin' Mama. And I'm only seeing half of my credits. Excellent. Well, if you were here and hanging out and you did not get your name called out, I do highly apologize for that. Oh, yes, Photo Pilot! And to... I apologize. Cannot say it, but thank you very much for the new follow. So anyways, thank you, Bird, for dropping by as well. And we will see you guys on the other side. Have yourselves a great day, and bye-bye for now.
Take your medicine.